is a process concerned with the computer program. So we'll be writing some programs and we'll make the system to improve on a particular task. The task can be set a T. Don't worry about this T and everything. So these are the definitions that are given in the books, in the system, I mean in the internet and everywhere. So this is how you are going to make the machine learn defined. Okay. So basically task is T, performance is measured in T. So let us say these are some units. Okay. So at the end of the day, machine learning is nothing but we are making the machine learn by just giving the output, and we are just giving the data also, getting the data, and we are making the system to learn. So what it has to learn? It has to learn from this particular data and the output, and at the end of the day, it has to frame some rules and regulations. It has to frame some rules and regulations so that whenever a new obstacle comes, it has to learn. Okay, in that particular way, in that particular time, in that particular we have done. So first time, as I gave you example in the previous case. So first time when I go to buy vegetables, first time I'll get 90% bad vegetables. Okay, and 10% good vegetables, and you get a lot of pounding at home. And then next time you will improve. You'll try to go 70% bad and 30% good. So slowly, how you are able to improve the performance? You are trying to improve the performance day by day. Okay, so depending on the experience. Okay, so some tasks. What are the tasks and all? We'll see. Task, you will be trying to improve the performance by experience. So this is what it is. So it all goes with these three barriers. So machine learning goes through these three barriers: the task, the performance, and the experience. Okay. So hope you understood what is machine learning now. Okay, something I have injected into you now. So now you cannot be blank, right? Okay. So now you understood what is machine learning. Machine learning is all about making the machine learn from the previous experiences. So to put it in a simple and easy manner, so you can simply say we are making a machine learn from the previous performances, from the previous experiences on a particular task. So you can, so from by taking all these things, we can have our own definition. So machine learning is a process of making the machine learn. So it's all about framing our own sentences, making the machine, definitely you have to take the references. Machine learning is a process of making the machine learn from its past experiences on a particular task, improving its performance. So no one will ask for 100% performance, right? 100% no one will expect. So at least 95 plus percentage of performance is advisable. So that is what it is. So now we have framed our own sentence. So what is machine learning now? Machine learning is a process of making the machine learn from its experiences on a particular task. What is the goal? Goal is to improve its performance. So our whole machine learning will be under these three barriers only. Clear now, Kalyani and Vipul? So what is machine learning in a short way? Machine learning is a process of
improvement of performance by
improving the performance by working on a particular task or tasks. Okay. So basically speaking, machine learning is of 4 types. So here I have gave 3 types because, okay, so one is, okay, I'll just make it small. Okay, let me just show the next visual. After this, we'll go back to that. Okay, so this visual it is better. So now there are 4 types of machine learning that we are going to work with. Okay, you can see letters are a little bit small. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, how many types of machine learning that you can see? You can see 4 types of machine learning. What is the first one? Supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, semi-supervised machine learning, and reinforcement learning. So whenever we talk about 4 types, okay, so what are the 4 types? Supervised, unsupervised. Okay, these are the things that you need to remember. What are the 4? Supervised, unsupervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised and reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning, exactly. So whenever I talk about reinforcement learning and semi-supervised learning, both are literally pose the same, a little bit of differences. We'll come back to that differences. So now, as I've said, machine learning, you can see supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning, or you can also put in the same category semi-supervised learning. Semi-supervised learning. Okay, so basically, according to the industry standards, these 3 are enough: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. But as we want to have something between these two, we have furnished semi-supervised. That's it. Okay. So what happens in supervised learning? In supervised learning, you will be working on the labels. You will be working on the labels. So I'll come back to this picture later. So let me first talk about labels and everything. So then we'll come back. So before going to labels and everything, so what are the kinds of problems, or what are the kinds of issues that you will be getting under machine learning? So we talked about machine learning. Okay, so I'll try to put in a sequence. So I talked about machine learning, the types of machine learning, and on what kind of problems you will be working on machine learning, on what kind of data, rather, on what kind of data this machine learning algorithms are applied. We will be working on classification data and regression data. So classification data means it is nothing but discrete class label. For example, okay, so if you see here in the next, so here, this is classification. So what is the difference that you see in these both? This is basically classification and this is regression. The difference that you see here, in classification, you have labels. So what are these? These are the labels. So labels means in this particular income and in this particular age, the loan status stays rejected. So what are the 2 things that you see here? Approved and rejected. So what are the 2 labels that you are seeing? Approved and rejected. Yes or no? So what is classification? Classification means making the data into discrete class labels. So whenever you say regression, you will be seeing continuous data. What you will be seeing? You will be seeing continuous data. Okay, so all the statistical things, and again will come into the picture. Okay, continuous data, discrete data, quantitative data, qualitative data. Okay, you remember all these terms? Okay, so what is continuous data? So continuous data means you have data in a particular continual range. Okay, so when you talk about classification, it is all about having labels. Okay, so then we'll come back, we'll go back to the now. Understood what is classification, how the classification data looks like? Classification data is looking like, okay, so how the classification data is looking like? So you have, what do you have? What you have on the, you have class labels. What do you have? Class labels. And how many class labels you can have? You can have 2 or more. You can have 2 or more. So in the previous case, you had acceptance, rejections. Okay, so you had 2. And you can have, for example, positive, negative, neutral. Okay, you can also have good, bad, worse. Okay, very good. So you can have many. So these are all based on the classification labels. Understanding my point? Okay. So binary mode, or if there are two or more classes, it is known as multi-class classification, working with all this kind of problems. Okay. So classification problem with the two classes. So this is completely binary. So binary means we have only two. So these are all multi-class. So what are all this? Multi-class. Okay, so technically speaking, these are binary classification and this is multi-class classification. Okay, so and when you so we'll come back to the example. So what about regression then? Regression means we are working with a continual quantity. In the previous case, you have seen salary. Okay, salary is a continuous value, isn't it? $10,000, $15,000, all this. Yes. So you don't have any label here. Okay, regression problem requires prediction of a quantity. Means, for example, in year 2000, he was earning 10,000. So in year 2020, according to his state, according to his experience, how much he can earn. So that is what is prediction of a quantity. So your regression problem always deals with what will be the kind of prediction on a particular quantity. Your classification problems will deal with the data, and depending on the experience, you have to accept or you have to accept or reject. Either it is a positive or negative, or it is neutral data. This kind of problems will be classification, and in regression you will be dealing with the continual data, and your aim is to predict the quantity. Okay, so regression problem with multiple variables is called multivariate. So multiple variables in the sense you have lots and lots of variables. So for example, you have salary, you have say variable pay. Okay, you have increment. So all these kind of things. So all multivariate regression values, that kind of is called multivariate regression. Okay, so all these terms will be helpful in understanding the data. Okay, so whenever you see the data and whenever a problem is given to you, you need to understand either it is a classification data or a regression data. Okay, so when you see classification data, some kind of algorithm will come into the picture. When you see regression data, some kind of problems will come into the picture. Okay, so simple example of classification you can see here, a spam and a ham. So spam and ham means a mail will be either spam or ham. So what kind of problem this is? What kind of problem this is? This is a classification problem. Yes or no? So what will be given to you? What problem will be given to you? What null hypothesis will be given to you? Of course,